Hi everyone, this is Carlos Garcia again with the List Team Real Estate, giving you some tips around the house, and today we're going to be talking about the HVAC system in your house. AC unit, central AC unit, or sometimes you have a window unit. It could be different setups. But today more specifically we're going to be talking about replacing the air filter in the AC unit. Why do we have to change the filter? Well, the way the AC works, it is constantly pulling air into the AC unit. That air in the house passes through the filter, it gets cooled down and then pushed back into the house. What happens is, with the air filter in place, if you don't replace it every month, you heard me right, every month needs to be replaced. If you don't do that, dirt, lint, all kind of stuff is gonna be clogging up that filter. Well, guess what happens? When it's clogged up, that means airflow is not gonna be enough for the AC to cool down the house. That's when you start seeing higher electric bills, and also your system starts breaking down because now it needs to work harder. Every time the temperature in your thermostat calls for the AC to turn on, the AC tries to do its work, and every time it turns on the air compressor, that's when it's pulling out of electricity. So it pays off. I know they're expensive sometimes. It's about $10, $15 depending which one you get. But if you replace it every month, believe me, you're gonna save so much in a bill to fix something in your AC unit. Normally a capacitor will burn out, or the AC compressor goes out because it's constantly trying to cool down the house, but it doesn't have enough airflow to do it. So this is very important also for people who suffer from allergies. The allergens will get trapped into the right filter, and that's another discussion, and it goes by the MERV. It's a rating for different types of air filters that will trap microns, particles that are even smaller than a piece of hair. But that's for another tip, another discussion. So in order to change the air filter in your AC, there's different types. Sometimes they have it in a door outside the AC unit. Sometimes they have it in the ceiling. There are different places where they install them, but pretty much it's all the same. You just got to make sure you replace it with the same measurements, with the same size that your filter is. In this case, for this AC unit, you can tell by looking at the air filter. It says 20 by 24 by 1. If you don't replace it with the same size, if it's bigger, it's not going to fit correctly. It's going to bend all out and it's just not going to catch the particles. If it's too small, the same thing, it's just not covering the whole area, so it's not going to be effective. So make sure you replace it with the same size. Now, there's one way of installing this. All filters are going to have an arrow pointing the airflow of the filter. So in this case, if you notice here, there's an arrow that shows up. And in this unit, the airflow comes from the bottom up. So if the air goes up, I'm gonna put the arrow facing up. So now, in this unit, we just have to unscrew the cover where the filter goes. By the way, make sure the AC is off before doing this, because nothing wrong with it, but with the AC on, the air is going to be pulling that filter very tight and you won't be able to slide it out correctly. So make sure it's turned off. There's one inside there right now. So you just kind of grab it with your index fingers on both sides, pull on it, and that's the way you take it out. This one was replaced recently, so it's not that bad. Also, another trick what I do to make sure that I remember that it's been replaced, I put the installation date. This filter specifically has a place where to put the date you install it. As you can see, I installed this one on October 1st, 2020. So if I don't remember when I replace it, I come back, check the date, and that will tell me, you know, that I installed it on this date. So the next time I gotta replace it, it will be on November 1st. I also put reminders on my phone. Alright, so to put it back in, remember, you have to follow the arrow, the airflow. So I just put it the same way it came out. You slide it in. Once it's in place, I put the cover. Make sure you put the cover back. If you don't put the cover back, guess what? You're gonna be pulling air with dust, not being filtered. So it's very important, and also the airflow is not gonna be as high as with this cover back on. So on this one, it screws in. Let's see. Just screw in both sides, and that's it. That's all it takes. Make sure you pay attention to the airflow, and if you want to save in your electric bill, replace it every month. Believe me, it will save you money in electricity, and it will save you in repairs. See you next month.